But you gotta look at Hafiz Hatim now, today. You are like generally the nicest person we've ever met.
Questionable. Thanks, Gibbs, but is it because my dad?
Terkini with Nandini.
Straight to the point.
Yes.
Point is, I'm really annoyed because Aliff Syukri is under the limelight again, because someone filed a police report against him for beating his own kid on like a live video, and the child's like crying, and he's like basically hitting the kid lah.
And this is not his first time hitting his kids, right?
Yeah, I think that there was like a video of his son or something like breaking a lamp in the house, and then he resorted to violent methods to punish his kids.
Kau yang besar ni kenapa? Main ni ha.
Abah dah suruh. Jangan nak kamu nak main belakang Abah.
Aku ambil kertas pahit kejap.
Abah minta maaf.
Aku ambil kertas pahit.
Minta maaf.
Aku ambil kertas pahit.
His son looks barely 5 years old, and he's like crying, so scared of the getah pipe.
Horrible.
Wait, what? Why is this being recorded?
That I don't know.
He's a special person, I think.
Is it because he needs the attention? He loves Malaysia talking about him?
I think he likes the bad publicity. But other than that, yes, he is clearly a special character.
Yeah.
But I think probably the bigger conversation is for me, I think that parents shouldn't use violent methods to punish their children.
Okay.
Because I was raised by parents who always sat us down and explained to us what we did wrong.
So nice.
And I think we turned out just fine.
You are so lucky, because growing up, for me, my dad would hit me left, right, center, because I understand I was like a demon kid.
Yeah, you were like a little piece of...
Yes,
Yeah.
I was terrorizing my mates,
Oh my God.
siblings. I got what I deserve. But the only problem is because after getting all the punishment growing up, I'm not that open to my father. I still have that fear towards him.
See, that's
until
what I'm
now.
saying, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so...
But you gotta look at Hafiz Hatim now, today. You are like generally the nicest person we've ever met.
Questionable. Thanks, Gibbs, but is it because my
cute.
dad
No, it
hit me?
Yeah,
Discipline
you're
me?
No, it's not, I don't think so.
I don't know
No.
because sometimes you reflect back and you're like, you know what, I feel really bad about the stuff that I did, or it makes you a better person, and that's probably what.
Is that... Really?
I think so.
Yeah, it could be, because if you watch a lot of stand-up comedians who are Asian, saying that the way they were brought up is through, this kind of punishments, they all turn out okay, I guess.
But I feel like using that as an excuse is not great. Because, maybe... How old are you? 50?
51 lah.
2 years younger than you, Nandini.
Sure, bro. I don't know, 40 years ago, maybe your child was okay.
Wah, nampak sangat you tak kira disiplin. Growing up, kurang hajar orang tua, ya? Mana pipe getah tu?
So Aliff 2.0 here.
Oh my God. What the heck lah. But I think that it's not the best way to discipline kids lah. Especially in 2020. I think, I would like what you're saying lah. If it's leaving scars, then... Emotional scars.
I would do what your parents did. Explain the situation, ask why it happened, and make the kid understand, and not just fear of what is going to happen.
Correct.
Yes. That's the thing with parents nowadays. They don't know how to differentiate between abuse and discipline. They feel like it goes hand in hand all the time, right?
Yeah.
Whereas discipline is like what Nandini's parents would do. They would sit them down, be stern, but always remind them and find a way to make it up to them.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then whereas you have abuse, where you put fear into people, kind of like how as a baby you get afraid of fire because you get burnt when you touch it for the first time. So they try to use that very archaic way of training your child, manipulating your child into thinking of all these fears, but they don't realize that as you grow older, those fears don't go away. They stick with you and they affect your daily life.
You know,
right?
Like whatever you're telling right now, RD, it's like what your exes has done to you.
My God.
That's why I'm quite a bit of an expert in this.
RD was the child in the relationship.
So good, huh?
Yeah, and he got disciplined real well.
All my relationships like female Aliffs.
Oh my God.
Alifa. We call them Alifas, right?
What the heck? Okay, but you had your limelight. Okay, we spoke about you. We had a whole... We can have another one where you talk about your...
Atana.
No,
Shy already.
But I really think that the takeaway here for me is that I think young parents should be responsible parents, right? And you need to remember that every single thing you say and do to your kids, with your kids, will leave a lasting impact.
Yeah, will
you
affect
think
them.
it doesn't, but it does.
Yeah.
We're all children. Like we've all, I guess, some of us are lucky enough to be raised by our own parents, and we know what kind of an impact it leaves, good or bad. And so it has to be a conscious decision. Like maybe your kids are like absolute useless pieces of
Yeah.
but at the same time, they're yours, lah, right? You brought them into the world, right? And freaking figure out a way
I can't
to.
wait for you to be a mother. You know?
I will never be
Yeah,
like you.
man.
Can you not feel it? This whole hatred towards children.
I can already see it. Nandini is there with the kids. Now you get to choose. You know? The couch, or we drive in the car and we talk it out.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Instead of weapons, you choose a
Nice.
location.
Yeah.
Fly FM, today's hottest music.